Welcome to the final match day of Division 2 of the Simulation Soccer League. It has been a wild ride, and the two teams that have secured their places, Seoul, Mythic, and Into London, will get to finally put a capstone on their season. Both of those places secured, and still a bit of a dogfight for the final places. Sock and Laser with you on this one. Laser, what matchups are you specifically looking forward to this one? Because there are a few that do have a lot of excitement.
Yeah, I'm looking for, really, just about any of them are going to carry about the same level of excitement going into this game. I think that Red Star and Romana, both at 15 points at 6th and 7th, depending on how results go, one of those teams could jump all the way up into 3rd, which would be a massive jump if there is a winner in that game. Of course, that depends on the results going their way, but we're just going to get right into it.
Yep, immediately underway here with the first game. And though Accra playing into London, as we mentioned, into London have secured themselves second place in spite of a loss. And although Accra could have kept their promotion hopes alive, but did also lose 3-0 to Seoul last time out. So both sides, I think, looking to come back off a loss on this one and cap the season off. Of course, K. Clements, absolute unanimous Golden Boot winner. Could put up a contest for the Golden Ball as well, depending on how things go at the end of this match.
Clements has been absolutely the cornerstone of the London teams this season.
Basically doubling the goals, I believe, when all may be said and done, though could still have an opportunity to have that narrow, perhaps wide. It is Burbot of a chance that hits the bar and just cleared away there. Rebound nearly fell to an Accra player, but was Dimitrov who worked it back for Yaboa, who makes another save there off ahead of Berbatov and back out to replay the corner. And to take it once more. This time Alexova wide side, but no one there except Clements, who's playing back there to try and get his head to it and clears it out. Now Jerry, something in there to the left midfielder role, clears up for Clements, but Whittington heads it back out, though intercepted right back. Clements tries to find Jerry, but it's quickly pounced on by Ermentrout, but he misses a back pass badly and ends up being a corner now. Or into London, so crucial mistake there. It might end up paying dividends. Nearly does. Clements just heading that one over the top, and early scare there, I feel like, for Accra.
A lot of corners so far, as we see another one here from Dion.
Yep, and the last sending that one out. Back to Schenkinger. Back in there. Taco Cat there with him. They tried a centering ball, but McGurk just heads it right back where it came from. Now looks for a through ball here for Berbatov one-on-one, but was offside.
Yeah, both teams playing extremely attacking so far. They're both getting a lot of good opportunities, and we're only 8 minutes in, so this could turn out to be a really fantastic match to watch.
9 minutes in and several chances already as here's the floor whipping across there for Jerry, who has it picked up there by Green. We've just been running a little wide there, but either way, a good save there. I think this is one of the few times I actually got to see Thomas Green in net. Usually it's been Hannibal King. We've seen it there. Luke Lurak alongside as well, but getting the job in this one. It's a third string keeper. Jerry inside there looking for Clements, but again, saved by Green and out for a corner once more.
Yeah, I think part of the reason we're seeing Green in the net today is because Hannibal King did announce his intent to retire after the season, so entirely possible that Accra is wanting to get Green some more time to make sure that he's prepared for next season.
Yep, that could absolutely be the case. Of course, Thomas Green, I believe a new player, just coming into his second season perhaps. That one sent forward there, looking for Clements once more. Does make an intercept there on the back pass from Zaoni. Whittington went into action and made a solid block. Rolls out for a throw. Back though, Dimitrov out to Pinkman, and now McGurk. Low cross, running to the edge of the area with Pinkman. No real room there. Works back out for Roma. Now Pinkman again. This time forward for Jerry, who hits it hard, but too wide and ends up wide of the net.
McGurk 4-3-3 today for London. They've been running the same formation pretty much all season, and it's been working for them, so no reason to change it when they've already assured their promotion. May as well just keep on doing what works for them.
Yeah. No real reason to change, of course. Even with the opportunity to experiment, it may as well just be whatever they like to run.
And Accra on the other side with a strikerless 3-4-3.
Yeah, that shadow striker there of Ross Tucker.
Yeah, they have had success with that formation previously in D2. They've scored more than you would expect for not having a striker, but it does occasionally make it difficult to find those advanced chances.
Indeed. Had a pretty decent run of it in terms of their goal scoring, though. Most teams tend to hover around the 15 to 20 goal mark. Of course, Seoul and Kaapstad would be obvious outliers there. They're mere 27 and 9. Here's McGurk forward for Clements now. Oh, good save there by Green, though he didn't look like he really had a good read on that ball. Just came off his shoulder there and went out for another corner.
It was a really good through ball.
To always be able to find Clements out on those, as that one is headed clear by an Accra defender and out for another throw-in.
Yeah, I don't know that there's a pacier player in all of Division 2 than K. Clements.
Yeah, you'd be hard pressed to find one, especially in the forward pack. That one's forward there for Jerry. Now Millar. Going to work things into Accra's half. No one found yet. Eventually with the floor. Another through ball here for Clements on the right wing. He goes right across here for Jerry, who scores!
Just about to say, Jerry crashing the net on the inside. Clements doesn't have a shot. I want to see if he'll give it to him. And that he did. The floor with a good through ball up to Clements, just playing him into the open space, and then the cross to Jerry, who was just unmarked. Outran Whittington and Llewellyn. Gets it past Green, and it's 1-0 London.
Yep, didn't have to worry about the offside that time because, well, the ball was in front of him and it was a cross backwards that was able to find its mark, and Jerry with the left boot there, giving London the lead. Of course, Accra did come off that loss earlier and they wanted to bounce back here, but they knew they had a tough schedule facing Seoul and London their final 2 matches, so they try and find one perhaps late on in this first half to get one back. But here's McGurk now, forward for Clements from 30 yards. Nearly got it by Green, but he just was able to parry it clear. Shaking it prevented yet another set-piece opportunity. Eventually, Accra was able to clear it out to the defensive line of London, where Divezinalot was waiting, but immediately they run it right back in here. McGurk to Clements, and now for Walter Pinkman, but another save by Green.
Good save. Just got his fingers across to tip that out.
There it is. Oh, Bob Divezinalot on the final day gets his first of the season. Right off the corner, and a great header to make it 2-0. All the momentum now with London.
I was just getting ready to say at the half, we've seen so many corners so far in this game and not a goal off of it yet. I'm wondering when it's going to happen, and there it was.
Bob Divezinalot just with an opportunity in front, came across his net, made the header, but got over the head of Thomas Green, and it's been into London's half in truth, but they've really just kind of tightened the screws on them late, and something that I think a lot of sort of expected, given, well, I don't know if I would necessarily say it's something that a lot of sort of expected, but I definitely did get to turn it on there in that first half, or late on in that first half, and get themselves more opportunities in front of net.
Accra looked good for the first little bit in that match, or in the half, but they really couldn't get anything going after that. I think that partially the strikerless formation had to do with that, and also partially that it's just London and that they are dominating and controlling the game so far.
Yep, they've had the majority of that. Is only Bob Divezinalot's second goal of his career.
Wow.
Yeah, he last scored one in Division 2, Matchday 8 against Inter London. He had player of the match on us for that one, so maybe he'll end up doing it again here for scoring a goal as a centre-back. That was a 4-1 win, so they've always won in games that he's scored in. I did mention Jerry as well, did get his 5th goal of the season.
It is somewhat surprising that Jerry only has 5 goals, considering the lethality of that London offense. But when you have Kay Clements just taking all of them, it makes a little more sense.
I suppose so, yeah. Give, all of that opportunity to Kay Clements, and, how much lethal he's been in truth. Doesn't really come as too much of a shock. Now Berbatov with the Taco Cat. Decide, you know what, let's switch the wings around, and Trout Kamoeatu. Followed by Dimitrov and Roma. There's a penalty!
Oh,
Trout was taken out there by McGurk.
oh, that's big.
Chance to halve the deficit. Kamoeatu against Yeboah. And sends it the wrong way. Kamoeatu scores his third of the season. He hasn't had many, but he finally gets another opportunity and puts that one through. Accra now only down 2-1 at home.
We have not had a whole lot of penalties in D2 this season. I think we've had less in D2 than in D1, and that one was right just inside of the box on an aggressive tackle by McGurk, and that's just a mistake that you can't be making. Especially so early in the second half with a lot of time for Accra. I mean, that is a huge momentum boost for Accra.
Yeah, especially given how deflated they must have felt coming out of a break, and eventually they just got inspired by their team, and with 5 minutes gone, they look to try and rebound again as Berbatov's shot there is saved by Yeboah.
Accra coming out on the front foot again. It's just if they can keep it up past the 10 or 15 minute mark this time.
Yep. Not about how you start, it's how you finish, and both teams looking to capstone their campaign as now it's quickly lofted forward there. Clements looking at Aaron Schenkinger and Whittington, and a shot that's over the top and well wide.
Yeah, he just got under that one.
Yeah, again, it's still been Accra with the majority of the chances, though. You look at how much that penalty really affected things. That's really evened the game up, but hold strong for now. Jerry whips forward for Millar on the far side. Another one for your first. They just keep on finding them into London, and it's 3-1 with Gavin Millar far post.
You could see it coming the second that Millar started crashing the box, and oh, Zerhuni, what are you doing? It bounced off of his head, off of the bar, and back in. Oh, here again.
Yep. Roll the dice once more and dives in a lot. Look for his second. That one too high. Yeah, just looked like he tried to get his body in the way, but just couldn't do so with a post so near as Deanne now over Berbatov just cleared out. Only an Trout were waiting at the back end. Notably no subs. Seen a few of them previously for Doha Accra, but nothing this time, as I just wanted to see how this 11 would run for a full 90 minutes. It is Berbatov, that one charged down by the floor and out for another corner. Plenty of them. Can they convert on this occasion, Accra? They haven't done so yet. They nearly do, but Tucker's chance was knocked out by dives in a lot.
This momentum that was given by that penalty was very quickly squashed, and they have not been able to attack any further since. Of course, they had that corner, but couldn't make anything of it.
They look again. This might be a chance for a forfeit. Clements try to get it headed away. Then Llewellyn headed down the other side, and they quickly try and swap for play out. Green rolling it out to Cat, but Cat can only clear no one forward. Whiff dives in a lot, and Roma, two centre backs spreading themselves wide out here. Lau there to act as an anchor as Pinkman now looks for Clements once more. Over right wing this time. Back inside for the floor for McGurk, but the head is wide.
Really, play McGurk just outside.
Yep, Accra looking to quickly gain 2 goals here. They might have another chance here. One headed away by Roma, though. Left out by Jerry. Now has plenty of running room. Closed down by Schenkinger and just elects to go back for McGurk. Actually worked over to Clements and now to Floor on the right wing. Seen his combination before work, but not that time. That one just over the bar.
Close, but not quite there.
The story of a lot of these shots is Now Accra looking to quickly flow down the left edge. Cat to Dion. Works back for Cad. Forward for Tucker. Tucker with a chance, and it's in. It's Rob Tucker who ends up rolling that one through. It kind of got past Yeboah very softly, but the finesse works out.
Great ball from Taco Cat and just misguided Yeboah into thinking it was a power shot and then rolled it down below, beat him underneath. And that's another one back for Accra, but they still need one more to take a point out of it. The question is, will they be able to?
Yeah, I just haven't been able to really find too many attacking opportunities. That was their first real clear-cut chance aside from the penalty, as now Romana decided to go for a bit of a run.
Romana is running.
Back and get back to that centre-back role as Pinkman now a drive and just over the top. Looked like it may have had green beat. I was confusing with offensive lineman Ross Tucker. It's Rob Tucker, so excuse me for that. And now we head into the final minute here. And Accra look to mount their final assault. Cat chipping it forward there for Tucker. Walk back for Dion. Now Berbatov over to Cat. A lot of room down that edge. Rocked back for Berbatov. Back across the edge of the area. Now shanking her. Forward once more. Cat marked by Millar. Pretty good position you usually see Millar in, but playing with a lot more flexibility here as DeFleur, I think, just may have deflected that one, and the cross eventually fired its way into the hand of Yeboah. Might be able to shut things down here as here's Roma running forward with Dimitrov. Dimitrov hoofs it clear, just looking for territory. And that will do it. Into London, ends their series with a win, securing themselves into second place and a 3-2 victory over Adoa Accra, who unfortunately did drop their last two games when they were looking for promotion. But it was a dead rubber at this point, so no real surprises there.
Accra will. That pretty much will cement them into, well, I can't say that either. I was going to say it cements them into fourth on the table, but with three teams on 15 points and Accra remains at 17, it's entirely possible that they could drop all the way to fifth, I believe, based on results.
Fifth or sixth, I would think. Montreal could jump them. One of Romana or Laos could jump them. Oh, well, Montreal's ahead already? Yeah, so Montreal would have... Reykjavik can jump them, and one of Romana or Laos could jump them, so they could end up into sixth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
My mistake, as we get to see the other player ratings. Jerry Verity, player of the match there for being involved in all three goals with the 9.3 match rating there, and great play from Dyson a lot as well. Probably would have had player of the match had it not been for Jerry's 2 assists that also did help him score off that corner. Also allowed Gavin Millar to score their first of Division 2 and Season 8. So they will head to Division 1 with a win. And now we move on to the next match. It is FC Kaapstad facing one of the teams that could potentially jump Adoa Accra in the standings, Reykjavik United.
Yeah, Reykjavik is true tied with Laos right now. 15 points, -3 differential for each team, but Reykjavik does have an easier quote-unquote matchup than Laos does. Reykjavik playing 9-point Kaapstad, who I don't believe they won a game until the second half of the season, if I recall correctly. Maybe even been week 10, but they have drawn a lot of games so far this season.
Yep. And also of note, as I do look through here, that was Gavin Millar's first season goal since season 4.
Wow.
Yep. That was, if I try and do my math here, I probably fail at this if I'm honest, but we'll see if I can get it right. This was also back when Division 1 was so large, they had 22 match days, so that is 37, 51, 65. That was their 64 games without a goal, and they break it on the 65th.
Wow. That is...
Anyway, we move on here to Kaapstad and Reykjavik. Not much of note thus far, though, as we do have Dante Manone there early into the book.
Both teams playing nearly the same formation. Kaapstad is in a 4-3-3 with a defensive mid and 2 wingers.
That shot by Rock. Yeah, just again nipping, but not quite there just yet.
Yeah, and then Reykjavik in, I suppose that would technically be a 3-4-3, but one of the midfielders is the wing back, Letitia.
Yep. Yeah, just kind of more an offset 4-3-3 with Letitia just, I think, playing a bit further forward. As Benoni there tries a long shot, blocked by Scud Muffin. Letitia now for a little bit of running room. Goes back there for Andrews, and now Benoni. Letitia trying to get his way by Scud Muffin. Was won by a great challenge, but out for a throw still.
Scud Muffin's first season in Kaapstad, being traded from Inter London, I believe at the very beginning stages of this season.
Yep, was taking up a bit more of a position or a staff role there at Kaapstad. Is that shot there from O'Rourke blocked by Doug? Like Scud Muffin will definitely have some regrets perhaps about missing out on promotion there now with Kaapstad in as part of their staff. Finger heads that one out. Indirect free kick attempt. And she's now for Lopta, who did take it. And he whips inside there for O'Rourke, who I think just had it saved there by Hall. And Hall clears it out there for Zimmer, but Zimmer is quickly swarmed by a whole bunch of Reykjavik defenders.
Dexter Hall, Kaapstad would perhaps have under 4 points, if not less than what they already have. Hall has been absolutely incredible for them this season.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people they like to think that maybe a team that has a poor goalkeeper, a team that has poor defense might be better off with a better goalkeeper in some ways, and perhaps that's what they think about Dexter Hall, though. That's not to say that Hall hasn't been able to play brilliantly so far. I mean, he does have a Player of the Match award for his trouble already. Had to make a couple of saves there to try and make sure his team stays in contention. Player of the Match award did actually come just 2 match days ago when they were able to salvage a draw against Montreal United.
I thought he had one against Romana as well.
He may have done that last week, actually. Last match day, rather. So maybe he's going to get 3 in a row. Wouldn't that be a wild hat trick to score there as await the return of the second half? Do get a look here at the stats from that half, and we see, it's been Reykjavik with a majority of the chances, but Hall has kept all of them out. And so far, I have to see if that keeps its hold. Do get back underway now. Of course, there's a matchup of the Halls. Eric Hall there playing for Reykjavik, and pass there quickly intercepted there by Tato. Now work forward here for Zimmer, but no one there, and Lower.
I just went and checked, and it was not Dexter Hall that took the Player of the Match in that last match day, but he did have a very solid game nonetheless.
That makes sense. There's now a Rock chance saved by Sherwood. A rebound fell for Andrews.
What a shot from Andrews.
That volley just able to be held onto. Yeah, he did have an excellent match. He was the best player for Kaapstad, but the Player of the Match award there did go to Glenn Smart. As Eric Hall over to Mataski. Back over the right wing while Letitia waits. Gets forward for a cross for O'Rourke. And he gets his first of the game. Finally opens up the scoring. Lachlan O'Rourke getting his 10th in all competitions. Finally, another player to break double digits in D2.
This goal has been a long time coming. And I mean, when you're that close to the net and the goalkeeper is basically right in your face, it's impossible to miss. It's just good ball placement by Letitia to get it over to him, and then an easy tap-in finish for O'Rourke.
Yep, he gets, I believe, his 10th. He didn't score any in the cup, so does end up cracking double digits. One of 3 players to do that. Of course, the aforementioned K. Clements and Hugh Mann of Seoul Mythic. have ended up doing. So I think Tucker only ended up with 9 as Andrews tried to whip it in there for Camavinga. Oh, sorry, for O'Rourke again, but Camavinga stopped that. Letizia, another cross for Zizo Lopta, but the Hall able to catch that one.
Good save by Hall. He's made several good saves on screamers.
Again, called into action, and even with O'Rourke's goal, that I mean, you can see how much that affected the XG chart for himself. They're 1.13 with that one. Looks like there seems to be Abdoulaye Camavinga limping along here, so might be in a bit of trouble, but doesn't look like there's going to be any changes made so far. Of course, we didn't have any changes in that second half, as here is Hall now to take this corner. Already a stoppage time. 2 minutes has been added on. All over full Lopta, but his header is over the top.
We flew through that second half there. Oh.
A lot to speak upon. As Muffin works back for Sherwood, flicked back over for Scud, but headed away there by Scarpetta. Claudio Scarpetta, of course. Tato working to the cross, headed back out by Letitia. Intercepted by Hulk, though. After looking him at one late equalizer, Scud tries a shot, but was offside. Did beat Lua, but I think he would have been able to stop it.
Yeah, Lua didn't even make a chance at it because the whistle had already gone.
Yep.
Hard to believe that he would have let that one in.
Yeah. Last chance was the last opportunity for Kaapstad. They end up taking yet another loss on their campaign. Reykjavik United will end up jumping Adoa Accra and will move themselves up to a temporary 4th.
3rd. Montreal on 17.
Oh, right,
so
yeah.
they have temporarily jumped Montreal.
Yeah. Well, we still await the results of that. As it's just not a good game there for Kevin Zimmer. Just did not have many opportunities. Wasn't able to actually shot on target. Only the one there from Scud.
Yeah.
Only on that first half. It was just comprehensive domination there from Reykjavik, really, which unfortunately we've seen a lot of that from Kaapstad, where we've just been kind of run off the field, and Matt Letitia there with that assist and generally great play of that wing-back role, and himself player of the match honours.
Yeah, and we'll move into that Seoul and Montreal match next, and Seoul already, of course, has confirmed their promotion with a positive 17 goal difference on 30 points. And Montreal is one of the... There are only 3 teams with a positive goal difference so far, in part to Seoul's massive plus 17. They are playing Montreal, who is one of the 2 teams who have a positive difference besides them, as a +2, and Montreal is on 17 points. So we will see if Seoul can make that 2 teams that are positive.
Yep. Have kind of been in their 2 shows with Shion Okamoto and Helena Soderberg. They're coming on loan to try and bring Seoul Mythic back up into Division 1 and have succeeded earning themselves a title as Liam Ryan. They have plenty of running room. I did actually get to talk to Liam before the game after he was able to clinch his title, and he said that he was very happy, though he has been a little bit disappointed with his playing time of late. He gets the full 90 in this one to perhaps sate him a little bit more, as Vilk trying to flick back as that coverage from Tenderloin was too great.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Montreal performs in this match, as they are currently looking for a new manager.
Yep. And that one's forward there. And it was knocked behind by Kjell Holmberg for a corner after the attempted shot by Moda. Also, perhaps something to think about for the future is, well, Montreal at least, they were the only team I think who were able to hand a loss to Inter London until last match day when they suffered a defeat at the hands of Laos. Thankfully did not affect their promotion chances, thanks to the hands of Seoul, who were able to defeat Accra. As Funyuns tries to walk it forward there, looking for Vilk, but cut off by Tenderloin. That clearance by Neuer, stopped by Vilk, and now Wartu for Casual, who tried a shot there, but it's right on, and Neuer scoops it up.
I had thought that London had also lost to Seoul at least once.
Oh, they
But
surprisingly
perhaps
have
I
not.
was interesting.
It was only that very first game that Inter London lost, and then they proceeded to go on an 11-game unbeaten streak, 6 wins, 5 draws. Worked forward there for Pedersen. Pedersen, a lot of space here. Worked back there for Mannone. Mannone a shot, but Neuer jumps up to stop that one. Real here for Wartooth. Funyuns forward, finds Casual, working against Holmberg, does beat it for pace, but the shot was tipped behind by Neuer. Funyuns across, tried to find Casual, but headed away there by Cole Mertz. We've spoken about it many times on this broadcast. He is a killer of set pieces.
Yeah, Mertz, one of the most dominant center backs in Division 2, and he's going to be a massive help for them when they go up to D1 next season, as a center back is never too valuable.
Yep. He's gone to Kennedy now to try a shot there, but way wide. Yeah, having double check results in. Keep going.
I was going to say, just Kennedy is a true rookie for Seoul, for Seoul. Hasn't seen the most playing time this season, just as a result of
Bismo Funyuns suddenly puts a shot on. He's never scored this season and finally breaks one open in it may not be considered a crucial game, but definitely an absolute belter here.
That was a powerful shot. Right off the top of the bar, right past Neuer, who was frozen.
Neuer's
did not come from Kennedy's side, so there is that at least.
Yeah, a bit of a mistake though. Casual, good save there by Neuer. Yeah, I mean, It just looked like he kind of went Bardowski on it and really just put everything he could behind that one, as that one quickly whipped in there by Funyuns, headed away again, unsurprisingly, by Mertz. Dominic Vilk getting credit on the assist for that one. Worked in. But at that time, the cross to the area cleared away by Tenderloin. Fourth man in Eloise. Vilk cuts out his pass and head of a pole, forward for Casual. Casual running by Tenderloin, now to the wing. Mertz trying to be there in coverage. Pass back for Wartooth, worked back for him. He puts one forward for Vilk. Rebound falls after a block by Tenderloin. Mannone for Moda. Wartooth for Moda. Slowly working towards the right flank so they can possibly work one back in. Centering ball there that time though for Funyuns. So that over to the left edge now of Pedersen. Kennedy pursuing. Now Mannone, the aggro attack by edge. Pedersen. Oh, good cut out Holmberg. Stopped it from getting to Casual for him to get an open shot.
Yeah, Seoul is Montreal having all of the shots so far today. 11 shots, 8 on target. Seoul, usually known for being the team that scores all the goals. We refer again to that positive 17. Only 1 shot on target so far, and we are 35 minutes in.
Yeah, it feels like Montreal has suffocated them. There's Wartooth blocked by Tenderloin and out there by Okamoda, but only as far as Moda. Now for Funyuns. Funyuns trying to cut inside once more. Blocked out once more by Tenderloin. Stopped there by Wartooth. Having double checked, that is the first goal in 14 league games for Bismo Funyuns. The last time he scored was at home against Seoul.
It's funny how these things work.
Yeah, and that header over the top there. I believe it was from Danny Paul there. There were a couple of Seoul heads trying to get up there to make that stop. As a nice look there from a top angle. Teams, how Montreal aligns themselves off of that goal kick set piece. Look for Wartooth. Look, tries a long ball in there. Casual beats Holmberg and beats Neuer. Wow. And Charles Andrew Simon Otley about longer delivered the goal to make it 2-0.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. Wartooth on the wing, over to Wilk. Excellent through ball. Just waited until he could just deke out Holmberg just enough to make him think the ball wasn't quite there, and then controlled it and just beat Neuer badly.
Turned on the afterburners at the end to beat him. Now Seoul down 2. Need to try and find a response here. Okamoto's shot blocked by Williams. Soderberg walking around, trying to get around the edge, but Pedersen cut off. Goes back to Ryan, tries a cross there, blocked there by Pedersen.
Yeah. Soderberg said, if I can't have it, then neither can you.
That one attempted to find Aloisi, but Fantabens clears it out, and Montreal will head into the break 2-0. Really, that's just been from Seoul's lack of finishing. The shots are about even. Only 3 more shots from Montreal, but 9 shots on target compared to just Seoul's 1. 7 off target for Seoul.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't win a game if you're not putting the ball on the net. You have to. I'm sure that Seoul's manager is going to be screaming at them to start shooting with more accuracy in this second half. I think if Seoul can shoot with more accuracy, I think they can. I mean, we know that they have the quality to come back and win this game, but it's just a matter of if they're able to as we come into the second half. No subs again today.
Campus keeping things as they are. No need to make any changes. Of course, they will have the off-season to rest and recuperate. I don't will have any injuries. And even if we do, medical staff will be able to handle. Of course, I did hear before that Kamavinga had an injury. We did have some reports that it is a damaged heel, but he will be fine for next season. It won't require any off-season surgery. There's it up for Manone, and now Vilk for Casual, and Wartooth now. Wartooth, a lot of running room here against Danny Paul. Tries a shot there, but just more of a pass there. Either way, it was blocked. Back now for Funyuns. Wartooth out for Moda. Once more, Moda trying a shot and it leaks through.
Wow.
Well, it seems like it's a league of first season goals. Jersey Moda gets his first of the season and just got that one through.
Yeah, I did not expect that to go in. Shot through a wall of bodies off of the 1-2 from Wartooth. Just angled it past Soderberg, just into the bottom corner away from Neuer. That's excellent goal for Motor, and it's 3-0 Montreal over Seoul.
And not a lot of results we were expecting. And Jersey Motor's first career goal.
It's always fun to see those first career goals.
Yep. Took him.
Great save.
Right? Yeah, that's a good save there by Brian Duke. And I believe it's his 23rd game all told, and finally scores on, though that could, of course, not be counting the half appearances, perhaps.
Yes. Yeah, those half appearances get tricky. Oh, they've got a change for a fourth on the corner.
Yep, Funyuns trying to whip it forward there, but headed out there by Aloisi. Went for Williams, tried to find Motor again, but that time headed away by Soderberg, who were non-factor in this one thus far, as Casual worked for Vilk, excuse me. Casual now for Peterson. He goes forward now for Vilk to try a header, but Neuer there again. Just able to block that one out. He's had to be called upon so often. It's no wonder he had to eventually let a few leak through there.
Yeah. Yeah, here's another attacking chance for Seoul through Wilton Man.
Yep. Just cleared out there, though, by Funyuns. Work on both sides of the ball. He did score his first goal earlier. Now Ryan forward there. Man tries a header just over the bar.
Another shot that's not on target for Seoul. They do have one more on target since the half began, but that is not going to be enough at this point. You'll need several more than that.
A little bit earlier where Duke was able to make that save. He's been strong enough to stop that one, as Vilk now forward for Wartooth for two of them combining on that right edge. Trying to find Casual. Neuer was out there though, and clean catch. That one's cleared forward, and Paul outraces Wartooth to the ball. Now have Tenderloin work back for Mertz. Once more over for Man now. Soderberg. For Holmberg now. I'll just try and look for a potential weakness they can find in Montreal. Okamoto, there it is. Aloisi running by Phantomets, tried the shot and
There
beats
it is.
Brian Duke. Barako Aloisi gets his, believe, 9th of the season. Big insurance, big consolation goal there perhaps for Seoul, but they all count at the end of the day. Just beat Brian Duke to his right.
Yeah, 3-1 now. You knew this was going to come at some point for Seoul. I don't know when the last time they were shut out is, but I'm sure it wasn't this season. You had to think they were going to beat Duke eventually. He has been quite good this game, but even, as you said, with Neuer just a bit ago, when you face a certain number of shots, you have to let some through at some point. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. And just as a corrective, it is his 10th of the season. He did score one match day 13, but unfortunately I wasn't able to note at the time. But either way, always some pressure being put on Neuer once again to potentially stop one, but Holmberg that time able to come up with a block himself. Not call their keeper into action again.
I think you mentioned in the last match that it is now, with the addition of Aloisi, 4 players who have 10 goals in the season?
That would be correct. So O'Rourke, Man. Yeah, Man got his 10th last game as well, so he'll need to separate himself a little bit, but it might be 3 players tying themselves for the silver boot. Edison back there to make a stop, whipped in there, intending for Manone, but out there by Holmberg. Now Moda looking for Vilk, back the time headed away by Tenderloin though, and Paul clears it out, but only to halfway before Mathieu heads it back in for more pressure, and now Funyun's another shot looking for his double, but not be able to make the save there.
Yeah, really good play by Montreal to stay on top of the ball, not let it just get away from them, and nearly ended up with a fourth on the game. Neuer able to show his salt and keep it away.
That one nearly found again. Manone nearly with a header, but just grazing on the top netting. Paul. Forward looking for Man, but headed out by Mathieu and then headed back out again by Vilk. Now Kennedy tries a long range one. Duke only able to parry, but no one close enough to threaten him, and he ends up just scooping it up again.
Yeah, one player made a break to try and get there, realized he would be far too late. I think it was Aloisi.
Actually, no, that was Liam Ryan there, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, just playing further forward there as a couple of minutes remaining in regulation time. Moda tries a one-timer, but that one's going up the stairs.
Quite ambitious.
There's a little bit of running man being executed there, apparently, after that offside call.
I was just about to say, the running man has made an appearance.
Soon we'll be having gritties being hit as Pedersen looks forward for Manone. Does try a crossover, but no one on the receiving end except Pork Tenderloin. Wartooth keeps it in play rather than electing for a throw-in. Perhaps they like what they see. Motor forward for Pedersen. Pedersen tries to run forward. Shot right on. Saved by Neuer. Here's a deep here for Paul. Crazier things than happened than 2 goals in the last 2 minutes. So we'll wait and see here. Seoul can get some points out of it. Looks like there will be another positive goal differential. Is that one on? How did that not go in?
Ooh, as I've said on the cast before with, I believe, TVC, if we have the goal line technology, why don't we use it on instances like that? That certainly looked as though it had crossed the line.
I think it might have just stayed out. But either way, Seoul does end up losing their final game. Though I'm sure they will be very happy with how things have gone. I mean, it just was Montreal with much more clinical finishing there.
Yeah. And that will be the first 3 spots on the table locked up. It'll be Seoul, London, of course, the 2 top teams. They will be going into D1 next season, and Montreal, with that victory, will assure that they will remain 3rd in the table.
Yep.
Our last game, Romana and Laos, will determine. Well, a draw would put A draw would mean that the standings would hold, with the exception of Reykjavik jumping Accra to finish 4th. A win by either Romana or Laos, depending on the final score, would mean that Reykjavik would stay in 5th, but Accra would drop to 6th.
Indeed, as we do look forward to the final game of Division 2. Red Star Laos taking on AC Romana. Both of these expansion franchises founded last season. Both had rather different results. I mean, Red Star Laos kind of had the same fate as Kaapstad, where we just struggled to win a game. And I mean, very hard for me to forget that time that they were blown out 13-2. No, sorry, 12-3 by Seoul Mythic. Let me get it right. Still, either way, I mean, it's an absolutely insane game. But I feel like they've rebuilt themselves quite strongly here, especially given what they had to work with was not much. But side of AC Romana, it's kind of just been same but different. Lower mid-table is...
Romana has struggled quite a bit this season. Central defender Terrence attempting a shot from the box. That's not something you see every day.
Yeah, trying one there was positioned up there for the indirect free kick, and I mean, missing isn't too bad there because it's allowed to just reposition the team and get yourself back into the action. Now Alon Martinez over to Chang Princess. Tries a forward ball there. Chicken may have been offside there either way. Martinez tries a clearance there. Couldn't find Levert though, and locked back in there. Now Nagatoro for Chang Princess. Forward for Chicken. Chicken a drive, and Chicken scores.
Yeah, Furious Chicken has been very good for Laos so far this season. He's able to beat Patrick Kerrigan, the first-year goalkeeper. Just a very good counter. Barely kept onside by Smart, and Kerrigan just guessed wrong as to the side that Chicken would take the ball to.
Yeah, huge goal for Furious Chicken. Has been the lead goal scorer for Laos this season. Does have 7, and at least 7. I believe he did score a couple more in the game against London. Rigmarole, who did end up scoring previously. Oh, I think just bounced off of Kerrigan. Something hit the side. I think there I was almost certain, but Furious Chicken off of Changchun Princess. Yeah, I have checked. That will actually mean the 5th player of 10 goals. Chicken crossing the line there, just at the end there to tie himself for the silver boot. But now he has an opportunity to perhaps put himself up there and take it unanimously.
Yeah, and with, I believe Romana is playing in a formation that is a bit strange to them. It takes some getting used to, so it's entirely possible that Chicken will be able to take advantage of that and end up getting more past the line.
And if that's something I think a lot of people expect, he was 6th in the Golden Boot race coming into the final 2 days. I was well back, but has ended up firing himself forward there with a double and that goal there. While others have kind of faltered a bit as he's adding Nagatoro now with an opportunity. Trying to get by Smart there, but it's blocked. Well, Martinez now check before there for Rigmarole, but his header is too high.
Forward momentum just carried the ball just outside. Aimed it well, but the momentum just... You can't change the momentum on a whim like that.
Let him get around on it. Here, the chance for King, rather. Well, it was Levert that had it, but being Tyson King who ended up firing and just pushed it wide.
Yeah, Levert was offside there, as he has been so frequently this season.
And it seems to be a problem with a few forwards in Division 2 just not being able to keep themselves in line with that last defender or behind the ball as time tries to win it forward there for Chicken once more, but that header too high.
Yeah, going through this first half pretty quickly. Laos has, I mean, we've only seen really the one attacking look from Romana, excepting the shot from Terrence in the first 10 minutes, but it's been all Laos. Other than that, I have to wonder if Romana's going to be able to turn on the gas at any point. Oh, a missed tackle by Barry.
Missing that one as Levert tries a shot there, but from too far out, and that one is well wide. Terrence ends up in the book. I'm trying to find Rigmarole, but headed away there by King. Barry now with it. Back eventually to the keeper Burger. King tried to put pressure on him, but was well too far back to try and really do anything of substance. Morol loses it now to Silva. Silva with a lot of speed. King now forward for Levert. Levert does try one from long range and missed that badly. Will take us to the break. Willie Normanstown ended up getting booked at the end there. But I mean, again, it's just been another case of the away team has not been able to finish. We see Romana not with a single shot on target.
Yeah, Romana has struggled a bit at times to put shots on target, which part of that is because the shots on target, half of the offsides that Levert has been called on, he's been able to put the shots on target. It's just he can't time it properly. I know that he's going to be working on that in the offseason to try and remedy that situation for the next season. Fun fact for this game, Mazraim Time. Is it Tame or is it Time?
Mazrim Time.
Mazrim Time has came into this match day tied for the most yellow cards in D2 with Princess Changshan Princess, his own teammate, and as well as Milton Nunez, one of the backs for Romana. Currently, Time has a yellow card. If Nunez and Princess are not able to...
chance on Zoidberg.
Yeah.
Like I saved that one.
If Nunez and Changshan Princess do not pick up a yellow, then it will be Time with the yellow card crown.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Want
not
to call it the golden card? Yeah.
Perhaps not the accolade that you particularly want on a season, but it is an accolade nonetheless.
I really call it the wooden card, but it doesn't feel right as Rigmarole is found on a through ball there for Martinez. And they're calling this one back.
Interesting. I didn't
have a look here. Was he for? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because he just steps back behind Tyson Nunez, making you think he's onside, but hasn't come for that right moment, and assistant referee right on top of it. We do see a little bit of the standings there. Red Star now do currently put themselves in 5th as it stands. Still a long way to go there, and a potential equaliser on the cards here for Levert, but blocked there. King now a try off the rebound. Jeremiah tried to get it to him, but again a save by Berger and out for a corner. That corner there, attempted by Tyson Nunez, though, is quickly headed away. Milton, that is, on the throw-in for the Silva. Goes over to Milton for a cross. Tries to find Jeremiah, and does! And Jeremiah equalizes.
I think that's the 3rd or 4th on the season for Jeremiah, the central midfielder, just playing up close to the net on the other side from where Nunez was aiming, and works out for him that time. Just beat Time right at the post, and Berger as well.
Have a look at that one. Nunez of a one-time cross. It's a beautiful ball to pick him out right at the edge of it. Jeremiah's 3rd goal. Has got himself on the score sheet a couple of times beforehand. Actually, his first ever career goal was against Laos, a 2-2 draw, so another bit of deja vu.
Matchday 7, I believe.
And it was. The other goal he had was against Seoul in the 3-2 loss match in Azring. Well, chips it forward, and they hit right back. It's Furious Chicken to take the silver boot for himself.
That he does. He's only 1 away from a hat trick now. 4 goals in the last 2 games, if I recall what you said correctly. And Chicken is showing that he is very quickly becoming one of the biggest threats in D2 and has to be paid attention to.
With a very high draft pick and has really shown himself to be quite strong in front of net. Definitely put some modicum of fear into any defender that is coming down to Division 2. Face this side as Lon Martinez. They're looking to put another case of pressure on here. Here's Modelo forward for a shot for Nagatoro that was blocked and then cleared out by Zoidberg. Levert decided not to chest it down for himself and instead could only head it on. No one was waiting for him. Oh, Nagatoro pinches a pocket of Smart, tries to go themselves, but Smart got back to block.
Important block for Smart.
Time to chicken. That one just saved by Carrigan and cleared out there by Tyson Nunez.
Very close.
Dello now chipped in there, looking for someone, but Smart headed it back out. Dello back in for Addy, but again, just missed it. Over for Milton Nunez, who will loft it, but great cut off there by Strawberry. Yellow for there, Rigmarole. Oh, what a header for Furious Chicken! That's the hat trick.
Wow. Chicken putting on a display in the final match of the season.
Yeah, what an absolute volley.
Yeah, a goal like that is scored. You can't help but just look on in awe. Carrigan played the ball reasonably well, but Chicken just right past him.
And here to look there, perfectly timed as well, of a run against Terrence, and that's just impossible to stop.
10 minutes now.
Feels like Lau might be able to walk this one through. A smart shot there, blocked by Dello, and out for another corner. That one whipped in there looking for Terrence, but Berger was there.
Romana pressing.
We're all forward here for adding Nagatoro. They might be looking for a fourth here. Trying to get Chicken another, but that one cut off there by Nunez. Milton, that is. Normus back in there for Nagatoro. Back for Changchun Princess, who didn't end up yellow carded, so there's one Chicken forward there. Rolon Martinez tried the shot, blocked by Close. Rebound, Ari Nagatoro.
Oh, this is not pretty for Romana.
Now this feels like game blouses.
Yeah, if it wasn't before, it's clinched now. Martinez, Carrigan made a good save, and Maradona just into the opposite corner. Carrigan hadn't even gotten up yet.
Yeah, and I mean, it really didn't help that Glenn Smart wasn't able to get to the rebound, and Silva got beaten out for a 2. And that time, sure as Chicken heads wide.
And with that Changchun Princess yellow, it'll at least be a tie among the Red Star players for the most yellows. If Nunez gets one in the next few moments, he will join that group, but has yet to. Red Star still attacking.
Oh, just unrelenting at this point. Might as well try and finish the season on a high there as Nunez clears that one out. Tyson, of course. Oh, great work by Normus to win that one back. Off of that throw-in. Princess work back for Berry. Now Normus once more. Back out. Berger playing forward. Nagatoro floating it in for Rigmarole. Now Furious Chicken! Why not
that's
Thor?
His fourth.
Get me a 4-piece box with that one.
Chicken is truly unstoppable this game. Romana does not have an answer. Up on the wing to Rigmarole. Milton Nunez missed the header, and Chicken just beats Carrigan at the far post. I think even if he had gone to the near post there, he would have been able to get it past him. He had already committed.
Yep. It's really unfortunate there to not be able to beat him for that, as time works it back for Berger. Red Star Laos should have this one well in hand, and they do. 5-1 the final. Just an absolute demolition. And Furious Chicken with 4 goals, unsurprisingly, ends up with a perfect 10.
Yeah. Yeah, you saw that one coming. He was always going to be able to take home the player of the match there. And you see the XG chart, Romana did kind of make it even right there near the middle of that second half, but then Chicken just turned it on. That immediate response to the goal by Jeremiah, and then just Chicken and Nagatoro Maradona just pounding on at the end. Romana didn't have an answer, didn't have a defense.
Yep, I mean, it was just after that 65th minute goal that Red Star Hunters decided to turn up the heat, and I mean, the chicken just cooked them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just take a look at the statistics here. I mean, it's kind of been one-way traffic at the end there. I mean, the shots on target, the clear-cut chance is 3-0. It just did feel like Lau did have control of a match there throughout the final quarter, and I mean, thereon have just really spiraled out of control, and Rizzo Rigmarole clocked 3 assists there at the end as well. Nothing that could really be done.
Yeah. The attack for Romana really couldn't get anything going. The defense couldn't keep them out. Romana just really didn't have a good game overall, but on the other hand, Red Star did have a very good game overall, so it's tale of two cities almost. As we
Yep.
get a look at the final table, I mentioned at the midway of the cast that there were only 3 teams with a positive goal difference, and with that win, Red Star have made it 4.
Yeah, they ended up rocking themselves into 4th place as well, ahead of Reykjavik United, thanks to their multi-goal victory. So Reykjavik did hold themselves at 5th, while Doha Accra ended up dropping down to 6th on 17 points and their -5 differential. So Seoul and London will be leaving Division 2 next season, of course. It have Divisional 1 action, and I suppose they won't spoil yet in case someone hasn't been able to catch up with that. But the final standings there were decided as well to see who goes down. So if you want to go see what happened there, do check that out. Well, for all of us here as part of a Simulated Soccer League, we thank you for a wonderful season. Don't forget the Cup final tomorrow. The final piece of action. Laser will be with you on that one, I believe. But as
Yes.
for me, that ends my season.
Yeah, it's been a great season so far. I've really enjoyed the calls on Division 2 so far this season. I haven't been able to commentate on many of them, but I enjoy all of the games, no matter the division that they're in.
Yep, and they had some very exciting ones at the end there. A goal first of all, 4 results as we've kind of seen from the start of the season and end up being that way at the end of the season. All right, well, for all of us here at the Simulated Soccer League, for Laser, for the entire Simulated Soccer League staff, and for the viewers watching at home, I've been Sock. We shall see you next time.